All right, lastly, on our Hell in a Cell review of sorts, we're going to be looking at the main event, and that is the Hell in a Cell match between Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon. This match was actually built up to be incredibly and utterly personal between these two guys, Owens and McMahon. And you could see that by how the match itself was put together and how, Kevin Owens with the classic trash talking, Shane McMahon with the classic hard blows to the face and to the body, just laying into Kevin Owens, and also Owens breaking through the tables. You also had the weapons. You also had those, you just had those moments where it's borderline. You're just thinking to yourself, these guys, I think they just wanna just really lay into each other, just get it all out there, and I think that's what they did. In terms of brutality of a Hell in a Cell match, I wouldn't say that this match had as much brutality as the New Day versus Usos match had, because that one was it set the bar very, very high. But in terms of moments that literally made you sit at the edge of your seat and just wonder what's about to happen right now, it definitely had those, because you had those guys fighting at the top of the cell for quite a while. And I am sure of this. A lot of people were definitely not sure when or if that cell roof was going to cave in. And I am sure, because I had this reaction as well. And generally, when it comes to fans have very, very similar, if not the same, reactions to certain things. When Kevin Owens picked up Shane McMahon for the pop-up power bomb on the top of the cell, I thought that would have been the moment where the roof just gives way and Shane McMahon just plunges all the way down. But it wasn't the moment, so I think they must have reinforced it. But they took a lot of bumps on top of that roof, which were very cringeworthy, because like I said, no one knew exactly when this roof is gonna cave in and decide to give out and be like, I know you guys are definitely gonna fall in the ring, or one of y'all is gonna fall in the ring. So now you have a case where there's the announce table. You have a case where Kevin Owens was about to jump onto Shane McMahon from the top of the cell through the announce table, but then he thought against it. That led to Shane going up and then fighting on top, which ultimately led to Kevin Owens finding his way down from the cell, and then Shane McMahon just totally kicking him off the cell and letting him go through the announce table. Now, when Shane McMahon decided that I am going to climb to the top of this cell and attempt to do what I would consider that suicide elbow, if I can call it that, but I consider it that because that's straight suicide from 20 feet in the air. From the moment he decided to try that, the moment he went up, I knew that that wasn't going to work. I was literally saying when I was watching, Shane, you did this last year at WrestleMania. It did not work then. It is not going to work now. Of course, a small part of me wanted it to go through, and I wanted him to go through Kevin Owens and, lay in the elbow, but a huge part of me was like, this is not going to work. Shane, you're going to crash and burn through the table again. And that's exactly what happened. But the key thing in all this was, and I think this is what the people are anticipating when it comes to SmackDown Live later on tonight or tomorrow morning here in South Africa. Sami Zayn's involvement in helping Kevin Owens escape Shane McMahon. Because now you have a man who, for the longest time since NXT, and even through their times in the independent scene, Zayn and Owens have just been fighting, and it's known around the world in the wrestling community that Zayn and Owens will fight forever. 2 weeks ago, Sami Zayn was powerbombed on the apron by Kevin Owens. And this is not the first time that he's done this. He did this when Sami Zayn won the NXT Championship. So now it makes me ask the question of why Sami Zayn got involved. So this is what we're waiting for when it comes to SmackDown. And I think everybody is literally looking forward to just seeing the explanation from Sami Zayn as to why you did what you did. There's a couple of scenarios that I'm thinking might be the case, but I'm not gonna name those now. I mean, there's no really any point to it. I just want to hear what Sami Zayn has to say, and I want to hear what Kevin Owens has to say, because when you look at how Kevin Owens was reacting when it was being carried out, Kevin Owens looked as if he did not even know what happened. He seemed to have not known that, wait, how did I win this match? Why is Sami Zayn here? So, hats off for that little bit of a moment in that match where Sami Zayn got involved, because now it inserts Sami Zayn into that picture, and we know the chemistry between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn is just like that. So I want to see what's going to happen from here on. And Kevin Owens himself, when he was speaking to Chris Jericho on his podcast some time ago, he did say that in a lot of high-profile matches, people don't necessarily remember the matches themselves, but they remember the moments, and they remember how those matches made them feel. The moment that everyone will remember is the moment that Sami Zayn pulled off Kevin Owens from that table so that Shane McMahon can crash right through it. So that's the moment that we will remember, and that's the moment that I'm thankful for, because now it puts Sami Zayn in the picture, and we're waiting to see what's going to happen now in that rivalry between Owens and Shane, because I highly doubt it is over. I highly doubt it is over, and I hope it's not over, because now they get to take it even more forward into more shows, into more pay-per-views. Now they put Sami Zayn into the mix, which I think is a great dynamic, which is it's a great plot twist, if you will, because now it just puts that asterisk of what's going to happen from here, and maybe, and just maybe, that was the point. So hats off to Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon, as well as Sami Zayn, for giving us not just a great match to watch and a great main event at that, but also giving us a moment of which, even as much as the fans might not have liked it, those who wanted Shane McMahon to win, I'm sure that they're also wondering, why, Sami, why?